Welcome to Speak English with me.
Improve your vocabulary, grammar, and pronunciation with our engaging lessons.
Welcome back to Speak English with me, the podcast where you learn natural English through real conversations. Before we start, if you enjoy learning with us, take a second to subscribe and join us for more useful English. Emma, I have a question. Why can I make some decisions in 5 seconds, but choosing a movie on Friday night somehow becomes a full emotional crisis?
Oh, I totally get that. You sit down at 8 feeling excited and say, let's watch something. Then you look at 20 movies, watch 6 trailers, read 20 reviews, change your mind 3 times, and suddenly it's 10 o'clock and you're too tired to watch anything.
Yes, and when someone asks, what do you want to watch? I say, I don't know, you choose. Then they choose something and I immediately think, no, not that.
Sam, that's terrible. You gave away your right to complain.
I know, but this is why today's topic is useful. We're talking about making decisions in English. Not only big decisions like choosing a career or moving abroad, but also those small everyday choices that somehow take far too much space in our heads.
And there are many ways to talk about the process. A lot of learners know, I decided, but a real conversation often happens before the decision. Someone asks, are you coming with us? You might say, I'm still thinking about it. I haven't decided yet. Or, I can't make up my mind.
Let's slow down there. I can't make up my mind means you can't decide. I could say, I can't make up my mind. Should I order the chicken or the pasta?
And I would say, you've been looking at the menu for 15 minutes. Please choose before the restaurant closes.
Fair, but you can use the same phrase for serious things too. I can't make up my mind about the job offer. The words stay the same, but the emotion can be completely different.
Yes, and your voice matters. If I say, I can't make up my mind, maybe I'm choosing a dress. But if I say, Sam, I really can't make up my mind. I've been thinking about this for weeks. You can hear that the decision feels heavier.
English isn't only the words. The feeling behind them tells us a lot. So, Emma, honestly, is there anything you're trying to decide at the moment?
Actually, yes. There's an evening photography class starting soon, and I really want to join it.
Wait, really? Photography? I didn't know you were interested in that.
That's because you never ask me interesting questions, Sam.
Wow, we were having such a friendly episode.
I'm joking, but I've always loved taking photos, especially when I travel. Not perfect social media photos. I like small moments, an old man reading near a window, someone laughing at a bus stop, light coming through trees.
Okay, that's actually lovely. So what's the problem? Join the class.
You make decisions like my dad. I explain a complicated situation for 10 minutes, and he gives me a 3-word answer.
Join the class.
Yes, but the class is twice a week after work for 3 months. At first, I thought, I want to do that. Then I started thinking about getting home late, feeling tired, missing time with friends, and having less time to relax.
Ah, now I understand. So if I asked, have you decided to take the class, what would you say?
I haven't decided yet. I'm still thinking about it.
Nice. Notice the word yet. I haven't decided yet means the decision hasn't happened, but it still might. The door is open.
And it fits my situation better than just saying, I don't know. That's not wrong, but it doesn't really show that I'm actively thinking about the choice.
Right. I don't know means I have no answer. I haven't decided yet tells the listener this choice is still in progress.
Or you can say, I'm not sure yet. Imagine your friend asks, are you going to Mia's party? You say, I'm not sure yet. I might have to work.
Another one. Are you buying the blue jacket? I'm still thinking about it. It's nice, but it's a bit expensive.
Or your manager says, would you like to lead the new project? You're interested but nervous, so you say, can I have a day to think about it? I haven't made up my mind yet.
Much better than staring at your manager and saying, I don't know.
Especially if you stare for a long time.
So these phrases show different stages of a decision, and I think your photography class is interesting because you're not choosing between something good and something bad.
That's the difficult part. One choice gives me excitement and a new skill. The other gives me time, rest, and a quieter week.
So both choices give you something you actually want.
Yes, that's why I'm struggling. Part of me can already imagine learning to use a camera properly.
I can see it now. Emma, professional photographer.
Please, I haven't even joined the class yet.
Sorry, I'm moving too fast.
Very fast. And then another part of me says, Emma, you complain when you get home 20 minutes late. Are you really going to be a cheerful photographer at 9:30 on a rainy Tuesday night?
That's a very specific fear.
Because I know myself, Sam. So 1 minute I think maybe I should do it. 5 minutes later, maybe I shouldn't. I haven't made up my mind. I honestly feel pulled in two directions.
Pulled in two directions. That's a perfect way to describe it, because now I can hear the real problem. You're not asking, do I like photography? You clearly do. You're choosing between two different versions of your week.
Oh, I like that. One version of me is creative, curious, carrying a camera around, and noticing beautiful little details.
And the other version?
She's on the sofa by 7:30 wearing comfortable clothes, drinking tea, and refusing to leave the house.
I respect both versions of Emma.
Thank you. So at the moment, I'm torn between joining the class and keeping my evenings free.
There it is. I'm torn between. That's useful when two choices both matter to you. You can say, I'm torn between taking the train and driving, or I'm torn between accepting the job and staying where I am.
And torn sounds emotional. If I'm choosing between two kinds of toothpaste, I probably won't say, Sam, I'm torn between mint and fresh mint. I haven't slept for 3 nights.
Please call me if that happens. I'll be worried.
But for a choice that really pulls you in different directions, it feels natural.
So let's talk through yours. What's the good thing about joining?
I'd finally learn something I've wanted to learn for years. I'd meet people with the same interest, and it could push me out of my normal routine.
Strong reasons. What's the downside?
The time, 2 evenings a week, doesn't sound like much when you say it quickly, but after a long day, it can feel like a lot.
The downside means the negative part of an option. The hotel is beautiful, but the downside is that it's far from the city center.
Or working from home is comfortable, but the downside is that I sometimes feel lonely.
So, photography class, exciting and creative. Downside, tired Emma.
Very tired Emma, possibly unfriendly Emma.
We don't want to meet her.
She just answers every question with,
You can also organize two sides with on the one hand and on the other hand. Try it.
On the one hand, this class could be really good for me. On the other hand, I'm worried that I'll sign up, feel excited for 2 weeks, and then start wishing I had stayed home.
Wait, really? Is that what you're afraid of? Not the class itself, but regretting the commitment?
Yes, I think you've just found the real issue.
This is becoming a therapy session.
A free one, apparently.
You're welcome. But I totally get that. Sometimes we think we're deciding between option A and option B when we're actually thinking, what if I choose badly and regret it later?
That fear can make you go back and forth. Monday, I'm doing it. Tuesday, no, terrible idea. Wednesday morning, life is short, join the class. Wednesday night, life is also tiring, stay home.
That's painfully real. I did that when I had the chance to spend 6 months working in another city.
You? I thought you made every decision in 3 seconds and then gave everyone else advice.
That's the public version of me. The private version was walking around his kitchen at midnight making lists.
Wait, you made lists?
Several. Reasons to go, reasons to stay. I was weighing my options.
So when you weigh your options, you carefully compare the advantages and disadvantages before choosing.
Right. Going meant a better professional opportunity, a new place, and a chance to challenge myself. Staying meant being near my family and friends, where life already felt comfortable.
That's a difficult one. Which way were you leaning?
I remember telling my brother, I'm leaning towards going, but I'm still not completely sure.
That's another lovely phrase. I'm leaning towards means one choice is becoming more attractive to you, but your decision isn't final.
Imagine you're choosing where to travel. Spain sounds great, but I'm leaning towards Portugal.
Or I could say, I'm leaning towards joining the photography class.
Oh, are you?
Maybe. Don't look so excited. I said I'm leaning towards it, not please buy me a camera and announce my new career.
I was about to make a website.
See, this is why I choose my words carefully around you.
But with my work decision, my brother asked me something that changed the whole conversation. He said, which choice are you hoping I'll tell you to make?
Oh, that's a good question.
It stopped me. Deep down, I wanted him to say go. I'd spent days comparing money, distance, comfort, and opportunity, but part of me already knew which way I was leaning.
That totally get that. Sometimes you ask 5 people for advice, but you're secretly waiting for one person to agree with the answer already living quietly in your head.
And if they suggest the other choice, you start arguing with them.
Which tells you a lot. So, everyone listening, here's my question for you. What decision are you trying to make right now, and are you torn between 2 choices? Say it out loud. Start with, I'm torn between, then try on the one hand and on the other hand.
Give yourself a real answer. Explain your thinking, because that's where real conversation happens.
And now I'm thinking about my own answer. I've looked at the good things and the downside, I've gone back and forth, and I'm clearly leaning towards the class, but there's still a small uncomfortable voice asking, what if I make the wrong choice?
That little voice can be surprisingly loud, can't it? You can have a list of good reasons in front of you, people telling you, this sounds great, and still feel this tiny bit of doubt sitting somewhere in your stomach.
Yes, and then I start asking myself questions that nobody can answer. What if I'm too tired? What if I don't enjoy it? What if everyone else is much better than me?
Ah, there it is.
What?
I don't think this is only about making a decision anymore. I think you're nervous.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Sam.
Free therapy, remember?
Fine, maybe I am nervous. I haven't taken a proper class in years, and the idea of walking into a room full of strangers with cameras makes me feel like I'll be the only person who doesn't know what she's doing.
But isn't that why people take a class?
Please don't bring logic into my emotional panic.
Sorry, bad timing.
Very bad timing. But this is interesting because sometimes we say, I can't decide, when the truth is, I know what I want, but I'm scared of choosing it.
Wow, that sentence just became very personal.
For me, and probably for a few people listening.
I think so too. And this is where people sometimes talk about a gut feeling. A gut feeling is a strong feeling that something is right or wrong, even when you can't fully explain why.
For example, you meet someone about a business opportunity. Everything they say sounds fine, but something doesn't feel right. You might say, I had a gut feeling that I shouldn't accept the offer.
Or the feeling can be positive. I had a gut feeling that this was the right place for me.
Do you trust your gut feeling, Sam?
Sometimes.
That was not a confident answer.
Because my gut has also told me to order a huge pizza at 11 at night.
That's not a gut feeling, that's hunger.
The messages are difficult to separate.
No, they're really not.
Okay, serious answer. I listen to my feelings, but I don't let them make every decision for me. If something doesn't feel right, I pause and ask why.
I like that. You don't ignore the feeling, but you investigate it.
Yes, because fear and a gut feeling can sometimes sound similar. Remember my 6-month work opportunity? The night before I gave my final answer, I suddenly started having second thoughts.
Really? After all those lists?
After all the lists, I was almost ready to say yes, and then I thought, maybe I should stay. Maybe this is a mistake.
So, having second thoughts means you start doubting a choice you were already considering or had almost made.
Yes, you were feeling fairly sure, but now you're questioning it. I was going to buy the car, but I'm having second thoughts.
We planned to move in September, but now we're having second thoughts.
And when I had second thoughts about leaving, I called my brother again.
The poor man, how many phone calls did this decision require?
More than I want to admit. I said, I think I've changed my mind.
What did he say?
Nothing for about 5 seconds.
Oh, that's worse than words.
Then he said, okay, what made you change your mind?
That's such a natural question. If someone changes their mind, you can ask, what made you change your mind? You're asking what caused the change.
And I gave him this long speech about family, distance, my routine, all the things I might miss. He listened patiently and then said, Sam, are these new problems?
Ouch.
I know. I said no. He said, then why do they suddenly feel bigger tonight?
Oh, your brother is good at this.
Annoyingly good. And I realized I wasn't getting new information. I was just scared because the decision was becoming real.
That totally happened. A choice can feel exciting when it's in the future, but when you actually have to say yes, buy the ticket, sign the form, or walk through the door, your emotions change.
That's what happened. So I didn't change my mind that night.
I slept, waited until morning, and asked myself the same questions again.
And you went?
I went.
Any regrets?
Some difficult days, yes. Regret? No. And I'm glad my brother didn't say, "Stop being silly." He let me have doubts.
That's important. When someone says, "I'm having second thoughts," we don't always need to push them. We can say, "Take your time," or "Do you want to talk about it?"
Or, "What's making you doubt your decision?"
Much kinder than, "But you already decided."
Although sometimes that sentence escapes.
Especially from parents.
I thought you had already decided.
I can hear the voice.
Now what about you? Gut feeling. Photography class. What's your honest reaction?
My honest reaction.
No lists, no Tuesday night weather reports, just your first feeling.
I want to go.
Emma!
I know, saying it that quickly surprised me too.
So you've made your decision?
Wait, don't do that. I said I want to go. I'm still having a few doubts.
You're going back and forth again.
A little, but maybe less than before. And I think I've learned something from your story. Having doubts doesn't always mean the choice is wrong. Sometimes it means the choice matters to you.
That's a good point.
So let me say these 3 phrases clearly for everyone listening. I have a gut feeling. I'm having second thoughts. I've changed my mind. They sound similar because they're connected to thoughts and feelings, but they describe different moments.
A gut feeling is an inner sense about something. Second thoughts are doubts that appear when you were already moving towards a choice. And I've changed my mind means your decision or opinion is now different.
Imagine I say, I was going to stay home because I was tired, but I've changed my mind. I'm coming to dinner.
And I might reply, really? What made you change your mind?
I had a gut feeling that you were going to order dessert without me.
A very reliable gut feeling.
See, sometimes you should trust it. But with the photography class, I think I need to stop waiting for every doubt to disappear. Maybe I need to accept that I'm nervous, listen to what I actually want, and finally make a choice.
Then maybe this is the moment, Emma. No pressure from me, no dramatic announcement, and I promise I won't build your photography website tonight. What are you going to do?
I've made up my mind. I'm going to join the class.
There we go. And listen to that phrase, I've made up my mind. It tells us the period of uncertainty is over. You thought about it, you've had doubts, and now you've reached a decision.
I also could say, I've decided to join the class, or I'm going with the photography class. Although I'm going with feels especially natural when I'm choosing from clear options.
Yes, at a cafe, I'm going with the soup. For a holiday, we've decided between 2 places, and we're going with Greece.
And I've settled on is another useful one. Maybe you looked at 10 paint colors and finally say, I've settled on light green.
10 colors, that's optimistic. Some people examine 40 shades of white and say, this one feels warmer.
Don't laugh. Those people have suffered.
Fair enough. So, are you happy with your decision?
I think I am. I still feel nervous, but I think I made the right choice for me.
I like that answer, because making a decision doesn't always create instant peace. You can choose something and still have mixed feelings.
Yes, I have mixed feelings means you feel more than one emotion, often positive and negative feelings together. I can be excited about the class and worried about losing my quiet evenings.
And later you might say, I'm happy with my decision. Or, if things go badly, part of me regrets it.
Please give me 1 minute to enjoy my brave moment before you imagine my regret.
Sorry, but regret is part of talking about decisions. We say, I don't regret it, I regret saying no, or, looking back, I would have done things differently.
Looking back is especially useful when you think about the past from your position now. Looking back, I should have asked more questions before I accepted the job.
Or, if I could choose again, I'd take more time.
And I think that's the bigger lesson today. A natural conversation about decisions is rarely just, what did you decide? I chose this. We talk about the uncertainty, the reasons, the doubts, and how we feel afterwards.
Which brings us to our word tour. Let's quickly revisit 10 expressions from our conversation. First, make up your mind.
To make up your mind means to decide. I need to make up my mind before Friday.
Torn between.
Having difficulty choosing between two things you care about. I'm torn between studying abroad and staying close to home.
On the fence.
Still undecided. I'm on the fence about buying a new laptop.
Lean towards.
To prefer one option slightly, I'm leaning towards taking the earlier flight.
Go back and forth.
To keep changing between choices or opinions, one day yes, the next day no.
Downside.
The negative part of something. The salary is good, but the long journey is a downside.
Weigh your options.
Carefully compare your choices before deciding.
Gut feeling.
A strong inner feeling that something is right or wrong even when you can't fully explain it.
Second thoughts.
Doubts that appear after you were already considering or moving towards a choice.
And finally, settle on.
To choose something after considering different possibilities. After looking at several dates, we settled on the 15th.
Now here's your speaking challenge. Think of one real decision in your life. It can be small or important. Don't only tell us the final choice, tell the whole story in English.
You could say, I'm torn between two options. On the one hand, this choice is more exciting. On the other hand, the downside is the cost. I'm leaning towards the first option, but I haven't made up my mind yet.
That's the kind of answer that builds real conversation skills. You're connecting ideas, explaining your feelings, and giving the other person something to respond to.
And please say your answer out loud. Your English doesn't have to sound perfect before you use it. Sometimes speaking is a decision too, and if you keep waiting until every doubt disappears, you may wait for a very long time.
That's a nice way to end. And I'm proud of you, future photographer Emma.
Thank you. Still not a professional.
I'll wait until next week.
Sam.
Okay. Thank you for spending this time with us on Speak English with Me. If this conversation helped you, subscribe and come back for another natural English conversation.
And remember, whether you're choosing dinner, a new class, a job, or a completely new direction in your life, give yourself the words to explain what you're thinking. Take your time, weigh your options, trust yourself a little, and when you're ready, make up your mind. We'll see you next time. Bye.